Hello and welcome to Raven's Arcana. I am Raven and this is your tarot outlook for the week. I hope everyone is doing well. Ending a good week and starting a new week that might be even better. But we're going to get into this reading and see what we need to focus on. And let's do it. All right. So we're going to start off with the Chariot. Now this signifies having willpower. You might have to really focus on working through some tough situations. It might signify the need for bravery or courage. Typically the Chariot is going to be that willpower though, right? Having that fortitude, having that perseverance to move forward, right? Depending on what comes across your path for the coming week. We have the Four of Pentacles, which would signify that this might be a time to focus, I'm thinking, on your health at this point. Maybe a good time to stick to routines with exercise. Also thinking about diet. So diet, exercise, we're coming off the first of the year. We're 2 months in, and a lot of people are letting those new routines that they started, the new year, new me, which I don't really subscribe to, but having that willpower, that focus, that fortitude to continue on and make sure we're eating right, eating healthy, exercising, even if it's just taking a walk. We're not talking about going to the gym for an hour to 2 hours every day. It's just staying on task. Also a reminder with the Six of Cups to approach life, approach this week with childlike behavior. Now the Six of Cups signifies getting back to things that made us happy, made us joyful. So sticking to routine, persevering when something comes up that tries to derail you from your path, and then also having that focus on what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, getting back to basics, right? And sometimes that requires a lot of focus as well. We have a lot of routines that are required for us to maintain the household, maintain our existence, and we can easily lose focus of what brings us joy, what makes us laugh, what makes us happy, and things of that nature. And as we're talking about paths, the Moon card comes out and kind of doubles down on staying in the center, right? There's one path down the center. That is where you want to remain. You want to remain grounded emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Don't get derailed by the opposites on that path. And I would say really focus with the Moon on home life, what you're doing in your personal time. Doesn't matter if you have, a romantic partner, you can be by yourself. Make sure in your personal ventures or adventures that you are focusing on what brings you joy, laughter, what feeds your passion. And don't be distracted by that Moon energy that is illusion and delusion. Balance everything out. Going over here, we have the Page of Cups. And yes, I'm aware it's right next to I was going to say the Patriot, the Chariot. And, that Page of Cups, listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut when you have gut feelings about people, about situations. Pay attention. Also, this might be a message to reinvigorate relationships. So possibly reach out to friends, reach out to family members Do something a little different to spice it up with your romantic relationships, which does require effort. Sometimes some courage to introduce new ideas. Maybe go on a date. Once again, you're looking for joy, happiness, those things that not only in your personal life, but in relationships, feed the pleasure center of your being. And once again, don't get distracted. So as you are listening to your gut, perhaps you might be receiving a message to do some introspection, to reevaluate how you perceive life, how you perceive your relationships, your people, your environment, everything to that effect. And this kind of plays into getting back to things that feed your soul, that make you happy, make you laugh uncontrollably, right? Looking for that joy. And the hermit, that introspection, that reevaluation, that self-analysis enables you to embrace the week with all of this at the forefront of your mind. It does take some courage to, kind of sit in silence, meditate, clear your mind, think about things that have been bothering you, think about emotions that have bubbled up to the surface, think about thoughts that might be a little bit destructive for your success, your progress, and work through those. And maybe work through some of those thoughts and emotions that are tied to relationships, friendships, connections with family members. And the Ace of Swords is it's a victory card, but it's also mental clarity. And that's what we're looking for here. We're always looking for balance. But as it sits under the Chariot, you will be victorious. That mental clarity will help you to continue to progress. So if we're talking about health, eating right, now it's okay, obviously, you want that greasy hamburger, you want something else. You have to give yourself rewards, but make sure you don't go down that path and then, we'll order DoorDash tomorrow too. You become lazy in your choices. But if you stay on task, you listen to your gut, you make sure you're participating in events, in conversations, in hobbies and activities that bring you that joy, that will also provide you more clarity and vision towards the future. And you will be victorious. You will be successful if you stay on that path. Don't get distracted. And do a little bit of inner work, right? So we have the Three of Wands. We are starting to see fruition. We're starting to realize that our efforts with our health are manifesting into something that we can recognize. So if you're looking in the mirror in the morning and you've been working out, you've been exercising, you've been walking, you've been eating right, perhaps you're losing weight, you're getting more fit, toned, lean, stronger. And what I didn't say with health, obviously there's emotional health and there's mental health along with that physical health. So this all ties in together. Maybe you have clearer thinking. You're setting routines for yourself where you read, you create, you talk about your emotions with the people you surround yourself with. And you're starting to see that you feel better. Your emotions are more balanced. Your thoughts, your logic, your reason is a little bit more clear. And so this is another reminder to stay on task. What you are doing for yourself, which ultimately projects into your relationships, your work, the external, you're starting to see some success there. So that should also make you listen to your gut, not be distracted, and stay on task. And we have cups under cups. So as we are thinking about things that give us joy, that feed our soul, our passion, make us laugh, make us cry. It's okay to cry. We're walking away from those emotions that do not feed us. Maybe we have become angry about certain situations, angry at certain people. We've become and gone past sad to depressed. And as we're evaluating ourselves, as we're looking for those things that bring us joy, bring us happiness, we're leaving those emotions that are kind of destructive to our being, that make us sit, and just ponder, why are we here? You can get through that with some inner work, with connection, with sometimes distraction with routine. But we're leaving those emotions behind that do not serve us anymore. The things that make us angry, the opposite of happiness, joy, laughter, right? The good times. And then finally, with the Ace of Cups, we have that ultimate potential. And this possibly, we, want to focus on our mental health. We also want to focus on our physical health, spiritual health, if you want to tie everything in, and ultimately emotional health, right? So we want our cup filled, overflowing with good emotion. So we're addressing everything. We're walking away from those emotions that bubble up to the surface that kind of do us harm, right? We're working through some past events, some past emotions, possibly some past relationships, family, friends, romance. And I think we're really focusing on, because the moon and emotion go hand in hand, right? We're really focusing on what fills our cup. What gives us that potential to embrace existing relationships, new friendships, and address the world in a balanced kind of emotional spectrum. And once again, when we talk about emotions, we want to make sure that we're experiencing all of that spectrum with our emotions. We just want to make sure we balance that rhythm. So, in conclusion, stay strong, have that willpower, that bravery, that courage. Focus on what it is that has been ailing you, either mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual health. Get back to the things that make you happy, bring you joy, feed your soul. Definitely in your personal life, which will transition into your professional life or your public life. Stay on task, do not be distracted, do some inner work. Bring in that mental clarity. We know that if we stay on task, we can be victorious. We're already starting to realize the fruits of our labor, if you will, which would also double down on the need to keep our routines. Walk away from those emotions that do not feed our soul, right? Leave all that in the past. Try to get some of that excess baggage out of our suitcases. And if we focus on all this and we put it into action, then our cup will be filled and even overflow, so we can even have a better week. And address things productively, have success in this week and upcoming weeks, and for the rest of the year. Well, all right. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate your time. If you dig the video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want notifications sent when I release new material, hit the notification bell to get alerts. And yeah, take care of yourself and have an amazing week.